There is a great disturbance in the force. Of all the things I have ever written about, this frightens me. I do not scare easily at all, but this does it. It has the most potential to harm and destroy people with zero consequences for the perpetrator. New neural net technology has become public that can on the fly generate ultra-realistic people. Now when I say ultra-realistic, I mean you can't tell the output from images of real people. This, I suppose, is a natural extension of computing, but the implications are staggering for our safety and sovereignty. With the right computer mojo, you can create completely believable people that never existed. That is all fun and games when you create fantasy people, but what happens when real people get realistically recreated? Many artificial intelligence systems make use of deep learning techniques so that they can produce speech that sounds like a human being. The DeepMind of Google has something called WaveNet, and it can copy human speech perfectly. The Lyrebird algorithm can also copy a human voice by using only 1 minute of audio. This has terrifying implications. Graphics card giant and electronics manufacturer Nvidia released a paper last week presenting a new technique of generating unique faces via a generative adversarial network, GAN, a class of algorithm where researchers pair two competing neural networks against each other. In a GAN, one of the two neural networks is put to a generative function, like rendering images or trying to solve a problem, while the other is put in an adversarial role, challenging the first's results. The intent is that the generative neural network will produce a superior result by bouncing its ideas off its adversarial counterpart. Technology now exists at this commercial and publicly available level that can perfectly create virtual images of people. If they can perfectly replicate a person, they can perfectly replicate any background they want to put the person in front of. Mix in the ability to recreate a human's voice perfectly with as little of a minute or so sampling. The sky is the limit in entertainment, and more dystopically in destroying all our personal sovereignty. No one is safe anymore. It is no secret that high-end private and military researchers exist. Some people call the military component dark programs. In the private sector, these programs are just as nefarious and secret as in their military counterparts. It has been estimated the real cutting-edge research is decades ahead of what is publicly known. No secret there. Now what I am going to describe is something I have witnessed demonstrated firsthand. I have no proof to provide besides my words, but I swear to Thulu it is a true account. I have never lied to my readers and never will. So take what follows as to what you value my word to be. Since this Nvidia announcement Friday, I feel somewhat free to finally write about this. No names will be provided. Consider this. Extrapolate this technology of human recreation by say 20 years of constant advancement. If you throw enough computing power at this technology, you go from being to create a static image to full motion video. The full recreation of a person in the video. A video that is not discernible from real life at all. Absolutely perfect recreation of a person or group of people in ultra-photorealistic reproduction. Of course, they can add the digital recreations to any background or situations. The technology exists that can recreate entirely new episodes of old TV shows, for example. They can recreate old dead actors to a T. Imagine new episodes of MAS*H with Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake. Imagine new episodes of any TV show past or present. Imagine changing old newscasts to have new information that suits the powers that be better than what actually happened. Changing historical images and video to suit any agenda or motives. Political Mandela effect. With this technology, they can frame anyone for doing anything on video. If a person is targeted by this technology, they are done. Video of anything can be fabricated about you doing any sort of crime or perversion. All in ultra-realistic recreation glory. People do believe what they see. This is no different. Video evidence in court cases can be perfectly faked and jurors will believe it. If these people want to screw with you, you will have no recourse. You will have no defense, no hope. That is you on the tape, they will say. Especially if it is in HD full color, full motion video, no fuzzy doubt that you are on the screen. This kind of technology mixed with the well-known telemetry suit technology that brings cinema magic to life, such as King Kong and the Lord of the Rings characters to life, has and will deepen what is possible in recreating people in a believable experience. No uncanny valley here. With the advent of digital television and cable television, mix in the fragility of the human mind and you have the perfect tool to drive someone mad. At least to make them think they are losing their mind. Just imagine your television all of a sudden talking to you or mimicking your moves. Imagine watching an episode of a television show which you have seen a dozen times all of a sudden being different. Different dialogue, etc. A full-out gaslight experience is possible when other advanced surveillance technologies are involved to aid in destroying the subject. The root cause of some of this Mandela effect business may have a real and verifiable root cause. Historical imagery is being changed by whoever has this amazing technology. I do not mean any mundane Mandela effect nonsense like if the Berenstain Bear's name was different in the past, or if the dialogue between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker is different now. What I mean is newscasts, historical speeches, any record that defines our collective history. They say that the victor in any war writes history. They are now right more than ever, they can rewrite history at will. People do not have a long attention span and even have a shorter memory. This technology will not fall into the wrong hands, it was born in the wrong hands. This technology has no potential for good and full potential to destroy our hearts, minds, and lives. If they can change our history to suit their agendas, we must be more vigilant than ever. You must try to remember history and question any inconsistencies that arise, or get your history and education of the past from printed books, which cannot be so easily manipulated. Above all else, try to stay off their shit list so you won't become a victim of a crime in which you truly did not commit. We must push the status quo to stop believing video evidence in legal court cases. We are officially out of the days where seeing is believing. We are officially out of the days of resting easy. Do not believe what you see on TV and videos. It truly is not a reliable form of anything but subversion. This is the reality that we live in. Be aware. Be safe. Question everything.